Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be looking at the Philips Hue Motion Sensor. In my opinion, this is the best accessory you can actually get for Philips Hue. I'm not talking about lights themselves or light strips, I'm talking about actual accessories. You can get switches. Philips do a few different types of switches over the years, but the motion sensor I think is probably one of the most practical accessories you can get. Currently I have 3 of them, and most of the time I even forget I have any because they are seamless. You set them up and then forget about them because they're always just there working in the background. As you can see, it's only quite a small, easily hidden little motion sensor. Put it on the wall, fire and forget. I walk into my hall, the light comes on. I leave the hall, the light comes up, light goes off. Same with my kitchen and my conservatory. It's just, I don't have to worry. I don't have to walk into a room and think, where's that switch? Or walk into a room and speak a command to one of my voice assistants to turn on these lights at this percentage or this scene or anything like that. I've already set the motion sensor to come on and do exactly what I want. It's brilliant. I can set it up for different routines depending on different times of day, but I just walk in and then walk out, light comes on, light goes off, and it's, it's like modern day magic. So I currently have 3 of them, one in my hallway. Very good range for a relatively simple motion sensor. The one in my hall will detect me coming down the stairs, about a third of the way down from my stairs, and all the way down my hallway, which is quite a distance. It's probably about 5-6 meters, and yeah, I don't have to worry about it. It comes on. I can be walking there, drink in hand, and it comes on reliably all the time. They do have light sensors built in, so if I come in during the day, they're not coming on. It recognises their light because I've told, well, it knows it's light, but I've also told it the light level that I'm comfortable with them coming on that. So I don't have to worry about the lights coming on randomly when it's already plenty light enough. Also, I can set how long the lights come on for. So all in the Philips Hue settings, you just go in there, tell it how long you want it to come on for. I tend to have it longer during the evening, but when it gets into sort of night time, after sort of 10 o'clock, they only come on for a few minutes because I'm not liable to keep coming in and out of a room later on. And then later on at night, I also have it coming on at a lower brightness, so I don't walk into a room and where I'd say the kitchen, where I would want the light to come on bright. Later on in the evening, I'm not doing anything in the kitchen, the light comes on low, so I'm not blinded by this light when I walk into the room. I'd say it's got good range, it's got good mounting as well. I was very, very impressed when I bought this, how easy it was to mount. It comes with this, which is the little magnetized screw rubberized grommet thing. The idea is you can screw this into the wall and then mount, got me there, the sensor onto it. But you don't just have to mount it on there, you can mount it on anywhere. So it's very, very flexible as to where you want to mount it, always keeping it upright. You can even have it pointing upwards if you want. Have it straight on, just plugs into a little hole in the back, bang, got a strong magnet. For me, actually, luckily, round my house I have some random nails in walls. Don't ask me why, I didn't put them there, but because it's got the little hole through the centre, I was able to mount it on the nail and simply mount it onto the sensor, and that's where they've sat. Actually, in my conservatory, didn't even need to do that because this is magnetic as well. I just mounted it onto a metal part of the conservatory and then mounted it onto the sensor. Brilliant. Highly recommended. Powered by 2 AA batteries. I have had to change the batteries in one, I think, once. I think the other's getting to the point of needing it, but that's over several years. They last for absolutely ever. Okay, AA battery, AAA batteries. You've got quite a lot of power there, and it's not button batteries, but also it's not button batteries, thank God. You just don't have to, button batteries, they're fine, but they don't provide that much power, where a pair of AAAs, and they just last forever. And I say, I put these up, and I forget about them. There's, no worries. It does have a little multifunction light, which will tell you when it's activated. It will also indicate if it loses a signal with the bridge. It does happen sometimes, but not very often. The bridge and it have got pretty good connection. And also it will flash to tell you when the batteries are running down as well. It will think it was a long red flash or something like that. But also it will tell you in the app as well. The app will come up with a low battery warning under the accessories and tell you that you need to replace the batteries. So, but even then, I've had one on a low battery warning for quite a long while, and it still keeps on going. I'm talking weeks of a low battery. So, not something to worry about. Another little bonus with these is when Philips produced them, they used an off-the-shelf motion sensor, which has obviously got a board inside. I'm not going to take it apart, but it's got a board inside. But this board has got a temperature sensor on the board. I don't think Philips Hue ever intended to use it, but some clever people, when they were digging around some code, found the temperature sensor and effectively just petitioned Hue to allow them to have access to the temperature sensor data, and they did. So now you can actually get temperature sensor data through the Hue dashboard, so you can see the temperature sensors from temperature readings from your sensors. Very, very handy. It's not brilliant, don't get me wrong, because of generally where you place your sensors. They are, for me anyway, 2 of them are on an outside wall, 2 of them are high up, and one is high up in a corner of my conservatory. So as for accurate readings for the room, it's just not something you get. They will be 3 to 4 degrees lower than the actual temperature in the sort of the center of the room. So as long as you it gives you a good indication. If it's really cold, it's really cold. If it's really hot, it's really hot. But you've got to take it all with a bit of a pinch of salt. It's more sort of, you could use it to see if you want to trigger things with that reading, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend getting a proper sensor specific for the job and not using this. In conclusion, I highly recommend it. So I got 3. I would probably get another 2 potentially. Very tempted to get one for the bedroom, so mount it low down, so you get up in the middle of the night, it detects your feet, turns the lights on to a low level, and you can have it for quite a short period of time, a couple of minutes, and then when you get back into bed again, it goes off. Also, earlier evening, you can have it so it's brighter. The possibilities are endless. They do an outdoor sensor as well, very, very similar. I think a bit more range, a bit more scope, obviously waterproof, and that's obviously for their outdoor lights. But for the indoor, I love it. I've got multiple switches, I've got voice assistants, but in terms of the things I use the most, it would be the motion sensors. I don't know I'm using them because I'm just walking into a room and they're activating the lights. But that's why I recommend them. I think they are brilliant. I think in the UK currently they're about £35 retail. That does come down every now and again. I have seen them for as low as about 25 at times. But considering some of the switches can be about 20-25 anyway, I think it's very, very good value. I would highly recommend, I think I'll definitely get at least 1 or 2 myself again. So yeah, that is what I my best Philips Hue accessory. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been informative. If you do have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll obviously have more videos in future. Thank you.